Hey everyone, so guys, today in this video, we're going to be doing a director commentary on episode 1 Reborn, the creator's epilogue. Oh boy, the director commentary for this video and the next one, which is going to obviously be episode 4, which is definitely going to be bigger than this one, but oh my god, man, I have so much to say about this project and the next one, oh man. Okay, let's just get straight to the point. So, first, I made this project, or at least started making this project back, I think, at the end of September. And I finished it 2 days before, it was supposed to come out on the 24th. So it was like I just finished it. It was a project that I was going to make for a few reasons. One, I wanted to explain the creator's backstory right before episode 4, which, spoiler alert, the episode 4 ending has the creator in it, technically, actually, not the first time we see the creator in FNAF series. We do see him, well, not see him, but we hear him at least in episode 3, which, speaking of episode 3, that line about him going, and viewers, that line of him saying, and viewers, yeah, I'm considering that probably not canon. There are some stuff from my channel that I do consider non-canon when it comes to the creator's story. I think the two things, mainly, that I say is, non-canon is that, and what else? There is something else. There is something else about, oh, yeah. There's that one teaser that I made with the creator in it, with, Freddy. And it was basically the One Night Freddy Friends remake teaser. That's no longer canon either. Because I think I basically forgot about that teaser when making Happy New Year's, Jerry, which basically contradicts that teaser. But again, it's just a teaser, and that could easily be just discarded. And now think about it. All the trailers and teasers to stuff like FNAF series One Night Freddy Friends have never been mentioned, at all. If we go up here to, the FNAF series trailer from, when I first made my channel, that's not been really acknowledged at all in FNAF series. You can either write that off as non-canon or just unimportant, so, But anyways, let's go back down here to episode 4. There we go. But yeah. What else do I have to say? This was also made because I wanted, again, I already said that. I wanted to make this because I wanted to explain the creator's backstory. Another reason why I wanted to make it was because I wanted to try and practice for when it came to, the creator fighting characters or using his powers in general. I wanted to practice doing that, before doing episode 5. And when I mean that, I don't mean, in episode 5, the creator is going to be, fighting the characters or anything like that. I'm not going to confirm anything, that big. But, what I mean is, for episode, Reborn, Creator's Epilogue, I wanted to, show off the creator's powers before he eventually used them later in, his story. And it was basically a practice, since I knew his powers when it came to, trying to edit them and, save them was going to be a pain in the ass. And it wasn't really, but that's just because he uses, one power in the episode, which we'll see. But yeah, anyways, let's just get straight into it. I hope I can try and upload this, pretty soon. Because, I've recorded this so many times, guys. You know how many times I've recorded this? My god. But anyways, so yeah, let's get straight into it. And there we go, now I can put a cut there, just in case if I have to record it again. And then, oh, look at this. Alright. Start to the episode. I would destroy you like the previous one, but it's not just you. This entire universe is broken, so I'll use this universe for something bigger than its broken state. I'll use it. Fully rebooted. What do you mean? You'll see. Goodbye. Maybe I'll be back. The future isn't set in stone. Two things about that scene. First one is that it's now retconned so that the creator, instead of teleporting away, he got transported by the chief and all that. It's not really explained how they do that. It's kind of kept as a mystery. But in my opinion, it's not too big. It kind of just it was one of those things where it could be explained by literally anything. Oh, maybe the chief maybe used some powers or something, or maybe he it's it's a thing where it doesn't really matter too much, since it can be explained by almost anything because multiverse. And the second thing as well is that beginning scene was always in there ever since I started this project as well. So it was always going to start with that recapped episode 1. But yeah, what is this universe? No, it can't be. Hello, oh yeah, you're probably wondering why there's that big gray like, you know, thing in the background, you know, with like, you know, blocking, you know, the tables, like, you know. Basically the reason why I put that there was because I wanted to stress like the fact that the chief, literally in this universe where the chief is right now, where he's been ever since the end of, like, you know, the Tale of Shadow Man Obese, ever since he like got teleported there, he has had, like, you know, no pizzeria, no one else to help. Basically my headcanon is after he was like sitting there for ages, you know, like rotting, eventually Casper the Dancing Ghost, who got separated by his, like, no, who got separated by the portals, you know, because basically I'll explain it later because it'll be more clear but later, but yeah, basically at some point the chief, you know, meets Casper the Dancing Ghost, and my headcanon is that at the end of episode 3, aka the beginning of episode 4, after Casper disappears, basically what happens is that a portal comes like below him and he quickly goes in it before anyone can see, and that's why really no one asks, like, you know, why Casper Dancing Ghost appeared at the beginning of episode 4. Kind of bad on my part. You know, that's probably like the only thing bad about episode 4 is the fact that Casper Dancing Ghost just kind of disappears at the beginning of season 1, but that's really it. But at the same time, it also can be explained by the fact that by previous episodes of FNAF series, that the plushies themselves are really stupid. Like, the main five kind of, like, looked away and looked to the portal. They were, like, straight on looking at that portal. They were not looking behind them. You know, I guess you could say that Golden Freddy was pretty stupid for not asking where the, you know, where Casper Dancing Ghost was, but maybe it was a thing where, like, they saw him for, like, 5 seconds, but didn't really think about it too much. I don't know. But either way, after, you know, he gets teleported away at the beginning of episode 4, you know, mysteriously, ooh, you know, and then he meets the chief, you know, that's when the two start working together, and eventually they meet back with Frogson, who is Casper Dancing Ghost's wife, not wife, sorry, husband. Please don't cancel me for that, please, guys, but yeah, I do like the fact that I did make Casper the Dancing Ghost and Frogson both male, and, you know, I do like that representation, because up to this point, I haven't really had a series or anything like that with characters who were both, like, you know, a part of the LGBTQ community. Obviously, I didn't want to, like, make fun of it, because, you know, that'd be fucked up. But, like, basically what I mean is, like, you know, for once, I kind of wanted two characters who were male to, like, be a couple. And the reason why, obviously, I couldn't really do FNAF series characters, because, you know, I don't want to ship FNAF characters together, because, ew. But yeah. But anyways, sorry that I've been talking a while in this bit. Like, you can really tell that, you know, I could literally talk in this one bit and then just watch the rest of the episode. Like that's really what I'm doing. How are you alive? I killed you. How did you transport me to this universe? Again, well, doesn't really matter. You didn't. You just unknowingly sent me to a universe that was named Brazil, and I've been here for years getting an army to kill you like I said I would. I think that's a good explanation for why he's still alive, because by the end of Tales of Man and the Chief and Obese, well, no, it's Tales of Shadow Man Obese, yes, sorry, that's how I say it. It's not really shown that he quote-unquote dies. Like, he just gets teleported away, and that's really what you think in, like, you know, him dying, so yeah. See that for you, it's been years in this universe. Time dilation can be rough to one living being. Yeah, time dilation is important when it comes to the story of the creator. Like, literally at one point, because, like, I think the Tales of Man and Obese was, like, a product I made, like, 6 months ago, but then after that was, like, if I check the playlist, yeah, because if we look right here in the story of the creator, as you can see, yeah, there's all these cringy videos, let's ignore those. But, like, if we go back here, I'm pretty sure, here we go, Tales of Man and Obese, look, see, that was made, like, 6 months ago, while episode 1 Reborn was made, like, I don't know, literally, like, months ago, like, earlier this year. But I think the gap between this, like, realistically, was, like, 6 months when it came to uploading. So that means, like, again, time dilation is really important when it comes to the story of the creator. Like, it's confusing, I know, guys. But yeah. For all this time, I think I know where you came from. It's a hypothesis, but it's worth saying. Go on. You started as a normal being from the quote-unquote real world and made this multiverse to have pawns for your so-called projects. I see that me and Shadow Man were a part of one of your projects, weren't we? And when you made this multiverse, you made one fatal flaw, the convenient green portals. That's how I got my army and how your multiverse is broken. Again, that's a little hint to how, like, Casper the Dancing Ghost appeared at the end of episode 3, but then, you know, by the time, episode 4 happens, like, he's gone. Another funny thing as well is that if you look in the background of the end of episode 3 and then compare it at the end of episode 4, it's super not different. And if you guys want to know why, it's because by the time episode 4 was finished, all the shots from scene 1 were done like back in April of this year. I think so. Because I think the April of this year was when One of Funny Friends with Massive 1 was finished. So that probably means that after that, I started immediately working on episode 4. And that's probably why, the scene 1 frames look so old, but look pretty decent. Because those were back from, like, April of this year, obviously, as I just said. But they look pretty good still. They didn't look outdated at all. But obviously when it came to, like, actually what was in the background of, like, all the characters here, it's way different now. Because in that time I have gotten a few more plushies, like, Vanny and, Monty, aka Montgomery, but yeah, let's continue. The only way to fix it is to kill you after you've taken so many innocent lives that we may or may not know of. And even if you appear as just your voice or you appear physically, you still are a monster. I do like that this episode at least, like, confirms how the creator's powers somewhat works, and also confirms the fact that all the episodes, like, in the past with the creator in them, like, speaking or him physically appearing, those are still important. Obviously, one of the things I don't show here is the, One Night Funny Friends remake teaser, because non-canon anymore. It's, like, non-canon. You're right, Chief, but now that you all know, you must all die.
No, not after your shitty portals took me away from my beloved husband Frogson for a long time. We all have lives to live.
You stupid plushies. I created you!
Fuck you, McQueen, now.
Funny thing is, I feel like up to this point, Casper the Dancing Ghost was, like, at first, like, a one-time joke at the end of episode 3. Obviously, he was probably gonna, like, appear more in future episodes, even back when I was working on episode 3. But now my plan for for him and Frogson is actually pretty important when it comes to, like, the story of FNAF series and the creator. So I can't wait to do more stuff with him, like Casper the Dancing Ghost. Like, he literally started as a joke as, oh yeah, he was dancing, funny, because I bought him back in October of last year, but then I didn't show him until, like, December, because that's when episode 3 came out, because it was pretty ironic, but yeah. Oh yeah, we also need to remember the fact that episode 5 takes place right before episode 4, which takes place right before episode 3, which takes place right before episode 2. So that means that episode 2 to 5 all take place, or at least with, like, when it comes to the main, 8 and, like, the creator. Well, not the creator, maybe. I feel like the creator, maybe for the creator, for him, maybe it doesn't feel like, like one day. Maybe for him it's, like, many months. Because, again, the whole time dilation thing with, like, like, heck, maybe the creator, when it comes to him, maybe for him, episode 3 and all that came out in December 25th of, last year. But then for the characters, which obviously, sorry, I'm trying to say it chronologically, but, like, for the main 8 and, like, that universe, it's felt like, a single day. Well, maybe not for the universe, because that's something I don't want to really tease too much till the end, like, like, oh, I'm about to spoil something. No. I don't want to spoil episode 5. See, I always try to explain this if I actually spoil Any stuff. Last words before I kill you permanently this time? I'll see you in hell. And yes, he is dead this time, guys. He's not gonna come back. Okay, I know I killed him off, like, twice before, I think. I think this is the third time the Chief has died. But this is the final time that he will die. Okay, he's not coming back. There's not gonna be some alternate universe version of him that's gonna come help the team or anything like that. No, he's dead. Okay? And plus, I don't want to use... Because the thing is, when it comes to characters, like Marvel characters, and heck, even the Tortoise Dog characters, I don't like using those versions of the characters, because I don't feel like I'm just using them for my projects. Really the only characters I'm comfortable with when it comes to like using them as characters, you know, as my own versions of the characters, are really the main 5 and then the evil triple. But I guess it would technically be the heroic 5, but you know. Like those 8 characters, because heck, even 3 out of the 8 characters are technically like their own characters. Yeah, them like made from Freddy, Chica, and Samurai Foxy, but still, like, they are still technically separate characters with very different personalities, so, you know. Again, I don't know, it's complicated.
Get him.
I actually really like that. I kind of forgot how it looked before, but I actually really like how he does, like, swing. He, like, literally swings his hand with, like, you know, with energy in his hand, and that's how he teleports them all away. I do like that. So, yeah.
Well, you're such a coward that you had to teleport them all away so they wouldn't gang up on you.
Watch what you say, please. See, that really does show how weak the creator is. You know, yeah, like, the creator is smart. Like, he is a smart person, you know, like, he knows, oh, he can't just go up, like, with Thor, Thanos, Spider-Man, Iron Man. He knows he can't just go up with those characters and just immediately knock them down, because at this point in the story, he doesn't have that much power. Obviously, I think that will also be explained in future episodes as well. I will explain that in future episodes of FNAF series, why the creator's powers are very limited. It will be explained, and let's just say it has to do with a character that is appeared in previous episodes. That's what I'll say. Is an example of what happens if you mess with me.
I would like to see you try and get us. We'll be back.
I'll get those 2 eventually. But for now, I am really happy those characters did survive, because it's really weird, because, like, I was planning for, you know, like, yeah, because I think when planning this episode, I always wanted the Chief to die. Maybe sometimes when making it, I was thinking, maybe he could live, who knows. But, like, by the end, I did choose, yeah, he has to die. You know, his story is, like, finished. Obviously, characters like Casper the Dancing Ghost can't just die like that. They, you know, because characters like the Chief, they've been on my channel for, like, a year now, I think. Like, yeah, like, over a year. So it's really their due time to, like, you know, go. But then characters like Casper the Dancing Ghost were only made, like, back... Well, yeah, Casper the Dancing Ghost was made almost a year ago, but I haven't really done too much with him ever since. So that's why I really want to use him in, like, future episodes of FNAF series and all that. But anyways, I got a deal with one of my projects. FNAF series. Yep. And see, that's the thing. I always plan for this to come out a day before episode 4, so that people could at least get some kind of hint that the creator would appear at the end of episode 4. And it's kind of similar to how, like, episode 1 Reborn ended with, like, the scene 3 of, like, episode 4. So, yeah. And there we go. And then obviously there's episode 4, but I'm not doing that until next time. And when I mean next time, I'll probably record it right after. Anyways, guys. Finishing, guys. Again, I know that was a very long director commentary. I don't know how long it is right now. It'll probably be over 20 minutes, even though the episode itself was, like, almost 3 minutes. But yeah. Obviously, the episode 4 is definitely going to be an entirely different beast. Like, I'm not surprised if the director commentary of episode 4 is, like, 30 minutes long. You know, like, I'm going to have so much to say in that, like, pfft. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.